In grades 1 and 2, we're looking at incorporating the guided reading, which is level text, instead of just using the basics for reading, that they can instruct the kids on their levels for a guided reading. So we are getting that as well. We're also going to go back to implementing with the library grant either accelerated reading or scholastics reading counts, so that we can give kids incentives for reading and they can earn points. We also, with our textbook, we were able to purchase National Geographic, and it's a textbook actually for ESL and our lab students, so that they can be instructed and receive more instruction. We're still continuing to use Dynet. One of my 3rd grade teachers is also a music major, and you know, we lost music 2 years ago with budget cuts. And so in our after school, we started extended day last week. We have a new program for kids who just may not necessarily just need tutoring per se, but they can benefit from it. And it's called Be Shark, and that's the music note shark, Bulldogs. And so they're actually getting tutorials through music, and then they're working on a play or musical for Christmas that they're going to perform. So now we have about 25 to 30 kids in that after school program on Monday and Tuesday. So we're really excited.
Which teacher is that, please? Which teacher is that?
Miss McLaughlin, Kelly McLaughlin. And this wasn't in the plan, but I wanted to also highlight with the Blue Bonnet, Miss Dow, of course, has been working really hard to revamp the library, and we're, you know, Texas the Blue Bonnet books, and so we're really promoting it. And she has a Blue Bonnet book club where she's encouraging the kids to read each night. And I know I see my own child reading a lot more, and on last Thursday, she has 73 kids to stay after school that's a part of the Blue Bonnet program, so we're excited about that. We now have, of course, a bilingual paraprofessional that's serving, and she's, of course, not just sitting in the office translating for parents, but she actually has a schedule where she's actually to go out and pull those students who are having some trouble and still servicing them with ESL. Some of the things with special ed, the teachers were asking for more staff development to work with students with specific disabilities. As we know, we're seeing more students with severe disabilities like autism, and they wanted more training so they could know exactly how to help those students. The state also provided us with new programs, Think Through Math and iStation, which are intervention programs, and we have a new intervention teacher on our campus who's working with the Read Naturally program, and she's focused solely on helping the students learn how to read. Some of the things we're doing to recruit and retain teachers, meet once a month with new teachers, the principal or assistant principal, so that they can have specific questions or concerns that they may not have asked in their groups. We're looking at Mr. Patton and Tony are also looking at a grant right now to purchase new playground equipment. That's important, and our PTO is doing some fundraising on that, but of course it's very expensive for playground equipment, so that they're looking hopefully to receive a grant with that. And we're continuing to use the good behavior game as well to reduce our number of disciplinary referrals. And this year, you've probably seen in the newspaper in the past, we had STAR leaders, but to coincide with PACS or the good behavior, we now have PACS leaders that we recognize each week, the students. And last, with the parents, we're continuing the parent universities, but we also want to look at set up an area in the school. Now that we have the additional computers where parents can come in, if they don't have a computer at home, you have the parent portals so that they can come in to school, and there's a parent area that they can check the grades. If they wanted to come up after school, there's somebody there all the time. Maybe they could do Study Island, some of the online programs with their kids if they didn't have the accessibility on the internet at home. Thank you.
Any questions?
Junior high. I'm sorry, I can't talk sitting down because I may have to use my hands. We're doing several things. Starting in Goal 1, we have an 8-period day now. We've increased the periods from 7 to 8 to add intervention time for the students. We're also trying to provide opportunities for all of our students to reach their highest potential. We added an accelerated academic achievement class this year, which is a UIL class for them to work on UIL opportunities. We also added a career exploration class. That's to explore college and career readiness, to get them kind of to pick the channel they want to go into as a high school student. Through our library grant, we're trying to also add the accelerated reader program back in, or the reading counts, to improve our students' fluency. Under our Goal 2, we have a new computer lab by way of the Algebra Readiness Grant. In that computer lab, we also have an instructional specialist who works with our intervention classes. And all of our students that scored less than 50% on STAR last year are scheduled for a math or an ELA intervention class. We also have numerous programs. We have the Think Through Math and the iStation that the state provided us. We also are using Achieve 3000, Study Island, Accelerated Math through the grant. We have A+, and then DynEd, we're using that for our ESL students. We've also worked on aligning, just last week, our science curriculum, 6 through 8. Most of you know that science is tested at the 5th grade for the first time. It's not tested again until the 8th grade. And we find that there's some gaps in there in the 6th and 7th grade because the students are not held accountable, but those TEKs are tested, a lot of them, on the 8th grade test. So we've now held our teachers responsible for those TEKs. We'll be giving a benchmark type test in May, on May 1st each year, and then we'll be addressing the students who were not successful on those TEKs that will be tested in 8th grade, and they'll use those last 4 weeks of school to review those TEKs to get them ready to help our 8th grade teacher get what she needs to get done at the 8th grade level. We're also, from Goal 3, for our highly qualified teachers and paraprofessionals, to increase morale. We're recognizing a staff member of the month. It's not costing us much. They get things like preferential parking, get a blue jean pass, that sort of thing, duty-free week, those sorts of things. But we're trying to do that just to increase morale on the campus. We're also supporting the district's goal of trying to organize our professional learning communities and to channel our staff development through those communities. We're continuing to recognize our STAR students. Those are the students that are really succeeding. That was something Ms. Morton had in place, and we're continuing that and recognizing those students and giving them some pizza and drink and some free time out of class for their achievement for the 6 weeks. Under Goal 4, under our safe and drug-free environment, we've started a character education program called Bulldog Buddies. They're going to kick that off this Thursday night before the football game. We're going to walk around the track, and we're going to be doing what we call walk the talk. Walk the talk is what it's called. Ms. Metter, our counselor, is working very hard on this. The last count I had, she had over 60 students already signed up to be a part of this program. It's a character building program. We're looking at things like whatever the hot topic is. If it's bullying, this week we talk about anti-bullying. She'll be talking about drugs. Just character education, trying to make our students make right choices. We also are looking at converting all of our external doors to exits only at the junior high to make it a more safe environment. In our Goal 5, our parent and community involvement, we are going to try very hard to include local businesses, community members, in our career readiness opportunities, our award programs, anything that's going on the campus. We want more involvement in the community and the businesses. We're also trying to increase the membership of our PTO. And as most of you know, we also started the new tradition at the junior high this year. We had a homecoming court. We elected representatives from each grade level, and we crowned our little junior high homecoming king and queen. Thank you.
High school.
And what we've started with the instruction is through the grant money that we're receiving. I've got some consultants that are coming in. What I'm wanting to do is look at the instruction, and I want to get the students more involved. I know it's high schoolers, but I think that they need to be more engaged in their education. So through my walkthroughs, what I'm noticing is it's more teacher-driven, and I want it more student-driven. I want the kids to take ownership on their education. So I have them coming in and doing that with me. In our math department, they're actually going to do some word walls that we're working on getting them some word walls so they can put up for the students, because I told them, I said, they have to talk academically, because if they don't, then they're not going to be successful in EOC. We also have 8 period days. Those that were not 50% on the EOCs, they are going into math labs. We have just today and tomorrow, we're doing our 9-week assessment. And so once I get those scores, my goal is to put them in extended day or get some extra tutoring.